Hey guys, this is Ash with Gamers Compete here. This is a continuation of our Overwatch Complete Series. So today I just wanted to kind of talk about comms and callouts in Overwatch. So when you're playing Overwatch, a lot of people know you join voice chat so you can make callouts and things like that. So there's callouts that everyone should make, such as calling where the enemy team is, things like that. If you see something that somebody else might not be able to see, you should call those out. But then there are also calls that I feel personally should have dedicated roles call them out, such as the main tank should be in charge of calling when to rotate the choke and when to rotate where your team is holding. Things like this. A Zenyatta, for example, an off support could call when they're going to amp or when they're going to speed boost in. In Symmetra TP comps, the Symmetra could call when the teleport's deployed and when the team's going to teleport and things like that. So there are different comps and things where you'll have different callers, but I feel that having designated roles do certain callouts could also reduce kind of the confusion and clutter in voice comms. Then there's also a lot of people know to make callouts, but one thing I've noticed playing in lower elos with some clients and things like that is that everyone might make callouts, but not everyone's listening to callouts. So when a callout is made, you need to make sure you're actually listening to the callout and listening to all the callouts, because if your comms, you might have the most useful comms in the world, but if you're not actually acting on them, then they're kind of useless. So, for example, if you're holding on Volskaya on defense, Volskaya Industries, and the enemy team has a Symmetra and goes to teleport around, one person might call to rotate, but if not everyone's listening, you might end up with maybe, say, the Reinhardt goes with the person who makes the call. And so now you've got two people rotating to fight the 6 enemy teammates, but that's it. They don't have enough manpower to fight the whole enemy team.
Oh my gosh.
And so I think one thing that players need to actively work on is listening to callouts, but also reduce the callouts. Know what's critical to call out and know what's not. You don't want to clutter comms. So if you're playing competitive and your team is trying to climb, it's different if you're in a 6-stack and you guys are having fun and things like that, but if you're trying to climb or you're trying to take the game seriously, what you need to do is you need to focus up, don't listen to music so you can hear comms. You want as clear of an audio as you can hear. That way you can listen to sound cues in the game, things like ultimates, footsteps, things like that. You want to be able to hear comms clearly. You don't want all the people yelling into the mics and things like that. You want clear, concise comms, so that way your team can hear them and act on them. Now, it's not when you're playing with randos in ladder, you might end up with people who don't listen to comms, don't want to cooperate, things like that, but still staying in the practice of making the comms and making the callouts is super useful and super important. So that's basically going to be comms and callouts, and I will see you guys later.